welcome back to another guide. Today we're doing Steeple filling obstacles. This is one of Lissage Melchick's last builds in parkour, and it's a pretty neat, well, not obstacle, but idea of a steeple. Basically, it starts off not that filled, you know, not that filled, like 2 VE level of filled, maybe even less, and then it gets more filled, you know, pretty cool. You start with some very, very simple wraparounds. You can just do that skip. There's a lot of skips sprinkled throughout the steeple. I almost called it a tower. How can I be so dumb? And now just jump back on here. I'm not sure why there's a second side to this, but I was very dumb before. Because this is decently simple, I'm not really going to commentate on the steeple. But I just recorded a guide of this, right? But I forgot to record with my mic on. I had it plugged in and stuff, but I forgot to turn it on. But for this one, you gotta go across. Like, I would recommend treating it like a wraparound. Need stop saying like. What is wrong with me? I go right to the back of this and basically do a head hitter up there, because it is kind of like a diagonal head hitter thing. This is like a weird high jump type thing, so I'd recommend doing the strategy what I just did for the most simple way. Now just do that wraparound, climb on the truss, do this. Now it gets a lot more filled, as you can tell, a lot more filled, at least from floor 1. Now go across here. There is another pretty major skip on this floor. I like it. It may get patched, but I'm still going to show it. You can ladder flick up on top of that and make it. But because this is a guide, and it's called a guide for a reason, I'm going to do it the right way. I do that wraparound, and just slowly go on this X pusher till we get past that, and do that after. Now go on this pyramid, and then do these elevator wraparounds. They're a lot, more lenient than they look, because you can touch them on any part of your character's hitbox. If you have a box character like me, it's basically where the boxes are, where your hitboxes are. Your arm hitboxes can collide false, but they still can detect, like, kill bricks and stuff. Anyway, go around this, and do this truss jump, and then just do this wraparound circle thing. It doesn't really matter what way you do it. There's 2 wraparounds on both. Now go around here, do this, and just do some very simple jumps. This used to be a roadblock for me, but all you have to do is, the conveyor starts like here or something on one of those 3 studs. I do not want to test it, but you want to just jump like that, and keep moving towards that wall, or opposite the conveyor's movement. Now when I go across here, do this cylinder wrap, and watch out for that head hitter. You can actually high jump this, but because, yeah, as you can see, because this is a guide, yeah, you skip a lot of it, but because this is a guide, I'm not going to. Line yourself up a little bit for it, because that's one of the tighter jumps of it. And now just do some pretty basic, other thing. Anyway, make sure to do that in 3rd person. It's a lot easier. I'm not sure what I did in first, but make sure to do it in 3rd. Just do a few wraparounds. Not much. You can probably do like a high jump skip up to this part, but it's very difficult, so I would not do it. You gotta do this. Make sure to turn in at each jump. Not super fast though. And face it, so if you do miss it, you can at least climb. And this is where the skips to. Actually, it's not as much as I thought, but this part is cool. You gotta use a box to hit down the wall, and you gotta use another box, not to hit down the wall fully, but to hit the button. I like it. It's pretty creative. Because if this is only biome 1, it's pretty creative and cool. Go over here, do this wraparound. Also, this steeple, since it's still simple, this steeple is actually quite fun. I'd recommend that you do try it. Game link is in the description, obviously. You can do it this way, what's harder, or you can do it the easier way. It's your choice. And now let's do the wraparounds. And then last floor, you get blasted into that cool animation thingy-majig. Make sure that you do not get bounced up by the elevator whenever you move this way before you do the jump. But just do these wraparounds simply. Just do that one. Make sure that you aim for a spot where you think is better. I recommend going for like the higher spots rather than the lengthier spots. Do that wraparound. Do this. Go around this. Jump there. For these types of jumps, I recommend looking at them and like climbing like that. Now, yeah, you don't really need to time your conveyor jump too much there. Just do these wraparounds, do that. Well, not that, like, you can skip that jump easily from going from there to there. You're meant to go to there, but it's your choice, as you know. Go over here and do this. Just watch out, it's a scary squeeze, but it isn't too difficult. At least I think it isn't. But still, it isn't, like, easy. So be careful. Now just go across, jump to there. Okay, good, this is last floor. How did I forget? This jump, if you jump and get like length, as you can see, you would not hit your head. But if you do go a little bit slower, you can hit your head and it can be dangerous. So always make sure that you're facing towards that thing, so you can climb it, even if you do hit your head. Now you gotta do this little bit, what does of a few scary jumps, and you get the cool roll, what falls down. Yeah, you can barely see it down there. I'll just recommend jumping straight to there, and just doing some basic other jumps. Just back. This part, I'm not sure why this part exists, but you gotta do it this way. It's like a wraparound, and speaking about wraparounds, these are indeed wraparounds, I know. Do not do that. Try not to accidentally climb on the side. That could have been bad. You can do this skip, where you can just jump from here to there, but it's like way harder than doing these two jumps. Yeah, that's all the skip does. Do it however you want. I don't really mind. And now just do this jump, now just climb up here, and wrap around into there. And just, there's some other simple things. Make sure you do slowly turn in at each jump. Well, not slowly, but just fast enough so you do not get yeeted off. Alright, last jump is doing nothing, basically. You just get launched into a target and you face right through it. Anyway, GG, thank you for watching.